गुड मॉर्निंग चिल्ड्रन। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे चैप्टर 1 में लिस्ट को। एज यू नो दैट लिस्ट आर फॉर्म्ड बाय enclosing the values in the square brackets. Means if I want to create a list, then L1 is equal to square brackets. I have to give the values separated by commas. They should be enclosed in square brackets. The second point for the list is lists are mutable, where mutable means the values can be changed or modified. For example, if I say L1, second position of list should be changed to 100. Then if I write print L1, it will give me the value as 10, 20, 100, 40 and 50. So the second position value is changed. Third one is values can be accessed using the index value. As we know, whenever we store the values separated by commas in a list or a square brackets, then in the memory it stores the values like this: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, where 10 gets the index value as 0, 20 gets the index value as 1, 30 gets the index value as 2, 40 gets the index value as 3, and 50 gets the index value as 4. And the negative index values are written from right to left. Now, if I want to access any of the index value from my list, then I can write print L1 4, which means it will give me the value as 50. I have to display the fourth index value of my list L1. Next point is lists are comprehension. List comprehension means that we can concise way, which is the concise way of creating a new list. Now, if I want to create a list using my for loop, if condition and all, what can I do is I have to write my commands like L1 is equal to a blank list I have to create by using this. For I in range 10, which means that the value of I will be from 0 to 10. And the step value in this loop will be 1. If I modulus by 2 is equal to 0 means whatever the value of I is there should be divisible by 2. And if its remainder value is 0, then I have to add that number in my list, but that should be the multiple of 2. And then if I print L1, then the value for my list will be printed as 0, 0, because the list I gets the value as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now I have to pick up the even numbers from my list. That is 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. Then the list will be printed as 0 multiplied by 2 will be 0, and then 2 multiplied by 0 will be 2, 4 multiplied by 2 will be 8, and 6 multiplied by 2 will be 12, 8 multiplied by 2 will be 16. My new list will be created like this. Now the same process which I have done using the loop, I can do it by concising the size of my list. L1 is equal to, I have to give this value as in square brackets, I into 2 for I in range 10 if I modulus by 2 is equal to 0. Means it will take the value for I from here. Then it will check the value of I whether it is even or odd. If it is an even number, then it will come back to this, that is I multiplied by 2. So this will contain the list first element, the first element of my list as L1 is equal to 0, because it will take the value of I first as 0. 0 modulus by 2 is equal to 0, true. If it is true, it will give me the first index, first value of my list, that is 0 multiplied by 2, which is 0. And after that, value of I will become 1. 1 modulus by 2 is equal to 0. It is false, so it will not go there. Now 2 modulus by 2 is equal to 0. It is a true value. It will go back again here, and then 2 multiplied by 2 will be 2, the second value of my list. Similarly, it will go for the third value, then fourth value, and the fifth value. So the list will be printed like this. Stop. As we have done slicing in the string, same we have to do the slicing in the list also. Slicing means extracting few items or values from the given list. How can we extract the values from the list? By writing list, we have to give the start index, we have to give the stop index, and then we have to give the step value for it. For example, if I have a list L1 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then in the memory it will be stored like this. That is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and -1 to -5. Now if I'll say extract list, that is L1, third column, which means that it should start writing the string list value from 3, and if I'm not giving the stop value, it means it will, after 3 all the index values will be printed. So if I'll see it here, third index starts from here, so it will print both the values, that is 40 and 50. Here I'm writing L1 2 colon 4, where I'm specifying the stop value for it. Stop value, whatever the stop value we are defining, it will take one less value than that. Like if I'm writing 2 colon 4, it means it will start giving me the value of list from 2, but it will take the value till 3. So the value will be printed as 40, 30, 40. Now the third one is L1 -4 -2, where I'm not specifying the step value for it. So by default the step value is 1. So it will start printing the value of list, getting the value of list from -4 to -2. Like -4 is 20, -3 is 30. So it will take one less value, whatever the stop value will be there. Now if I'm not specifying the start value, I'm not specifying the stop value, but I'm giving the step value as -1, then it will start printing my list from right to left. That will be that 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. Now I have one more example for the list in slicing. That is, it's not compulsory that the list can contain only the single data type values. It can take the multiple data type values also. Suppose the first value in a list is a string, second value is a list, third value is again a string, fourth value is a tuple, and fifth value is a integer value. Now if I would like to extract the value from the above list in the memory will be stored like mylab on the 0th position, list will be stored on the first position, y will be stored on the second position, tuple will be stored on the third position, and 50 will be stored on the fourth position. Now if I want to extract any of the list value from here, I'll write L1 2 colon 3, which means it will give me the value as y, because it will start writing the value from 2. One less means it will give me the value of 2 only. So the value of 2 is y, so it will give me the output value as y. Now if I'll say L1 1 colon 2, where 1 colon 2 means it will print the value of the first index, because I have to take one less value from the stop index, so it will print me the entire tuple in my entire list in my list. So next one is L1 3 colon 1 means that the third index with first index, मतलब nested list is this. थर्ड इंडेक्स में हमारी जो फर्स्ट वाला इंडेक्स होगा उसकी वैल्यू को वो यहाँ पर प्रिंट करेगा. सो इट द वैल्यू विल बी 4 विल बी प्रिंटेड हियर. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द लिस्ट स्लाइसिंग. This finishes the topic introduction to the list, and in our next class we'll continue with the functions in list.